got 12 samples. Thing.
Okay. And how much do we pay for that?
$52.96.
Because we got a 10% discount, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Go back in there.
You don't want to go to the Bourbon bar?
The Bourbon bar? Oh, I already looked at their bourbon. It was $24 for a bourbon tasting, and there was Woodford in there, and I get Woodford free on planes, so I don't like to buy things I get free on planes.
Okay. Thank you.
Did she punch out card? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How may I help you?
Okay, thanks. Enjoy.
12 sample card.
What do you think?
Okay.
Good? It's light.
Oh my god. Those are great. Price. This is so not worth
$5 normal price?
Yes. And I buy one, got one half off, so this.
That's $5.
Yeah, it's $5.
Oh, it's like, oh, one of the sandwiches.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No.
I thought you were eating something not familiar.
She's got more sauce.
I know. That's why I took that one.
Shocker.
What do you think?
That's good. I can taste the cherry coconut.
Mm-hmm.
When I dipped it in your sauce, because I don't have any sauce.
It's good, but the portion size is ridiculously small.
They're really small. It does taste like chocolate peanut butter. I don't know if I'd ever want to drink a whole one. You're not pointing at you, you know.
Oh wow.
You're bad at pool, aren't you?
No, I'm actually fairly good.
Well, pretend you're playing pool and you're trying to do that at yourself, and then you'll be able to angle it correctly.
All right, so what'd you get?
I'm not talking to you because you're mean. Oh, yeah. Here, I gotta go.
Why am I mean?
Because you think I understand your telepathic communication, and then you tell me my communication
Are you
is
eating
terrible.
fat?
No, I cut it off on the side.
You don't like beef brisket.
I'm hungry.
You like waffles.
This one is Woodford Reserve. Now, Woodford Reserve, the reason we even have it on the lineup is because it's a good baseline bourbon. This one will tell you how bourbon's supposed to taste like, so that you can be thoroughly amazed when you get down to these. If I threw you into a fantastic bourbon after you just had a soda, water, whatever, you're going to be like, what's so fantastic about this? Because your taste buds are not tuned for it, right? This is key. So that's why we start you out with Woodford Reserve. It's a classic flavor.
Cherry licorice.
It's also fairly cheap, inexpensive, so most everybody's already had it.
Right.
Like you guys, right? All right. This is also the official bourbon of the Kentucky Derby. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. So if you're going to make the juleps this year, this would be the one you want to try. All right, so let's go ahead and pick this up. And again, we're going to look at it. Notice the color, very nice. The quick sniff, right? Preparing the palate. The professional sniff.
It's definitely, you can taste
Onto the chin, open the mouth, and breathe in.
Some people.
There you go. Like a cat. Now, wasn't that cool? You got the essence, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Okay.
All right, so now the taste. Now, again, you're going to hold your breath a little bit.
Okay.
Get it in your mouth and chew it up.
Chew it up.
I thought I would like this
Right?
one, but
Hold the
after a
breath.
couple drinks,
Chew,
I like
chew, chew. Chew, chew, chew. Swallow and blow it out. Ah. And the flavor you are left with is the burnt orange and the cinnamon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, that's okay.
Okay.
Remember, we're establishing the palate.
We're establishing the palate.
This is the idea.
Okay.
I like spicy.
All right.
I don't like anything that has
Did you do the quick sniff? Did you quick sniff?
The professional sniff. Excellent. All right, hold the breath a little bit. Get the chewing going on while the breath is being held. Chew it up. Good. Swallow down, blow out, and bam! The flavor is burnt orange.
Is it burnt orange?
No, I taste whiskey.
It tastes whiskey.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we're building the palate.
We're building the
palate.
building the palate.
So what we're supposed to be tasting is the burnt orange and the cinnamon, which is fine.
Okay.
in a gulp,
All right.
it's awesome.
Okay, burnt.
So that was our Woodford Reserve. Now, our next one is going to be the Widow Jane. Now, the Widow Jane, we are selling for $80 a bottle.
Oh, good.
Winn-Dixie is selling it for $90 a bottle.
Yeah,
Good.
So,
What about Publix? Does Publix sell it?
Of there, right? We're selling it cheaper. Amazing.
And a pass holder discount.
And you do get the pass holder discount. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So that's really a nice deal. Now, when I say to you, Widow Jane, this is actually a limestone mine in upstate New York. Now, you're thinking to yourself, New York? How could bourbon come from New York? Isn't there a law against that?
Right.
As a matter of fact, there is a law against that. Kentucky made a law, and it said, if you didn't make your bourbon in Kentucky, you can't call it bourbon.
Okay.
So now what do you think the other states thought of that law?
We don't care what you say.
Right, exactly. Tennessee especially was like, we're not going to do that.
Right.
So it was getting contentious, so the federal government had to step in and said, all right guys, break it up. Everybody step back. This is what we're going to do. This was 1965. We are going to make a federal law, all right? As long as you make the bourbon the way Kentucky makes it, you can call it bourbon.
Oh,
But
really?
it has to be made in the United States.
Okay.
This is the official bourbon, the official liquor of the United States. Now remember, Scotch is made in Scotland. That's the official liquor of Scotland, right?
Okay.
Irish whiskey, Ireland. Canadian Club, Canada. What a surprise,
So everybody
right?
makes the, so they just have to call it.
Everybody has their own specific liquor, like Mexico, tequila, right?
Right.
Agave, right? You go over to Russia, vodka, potatoes, all right? So our official vegetable is corn. The American vegetable is corn, so corn has to be one of the ingredients of bourbon, right? 51% of bourbon is corn. That's official and very important. It's the law, right? It also has to be made with water that's been filtered through limestone.
It has to?
Now, it has
Really?
to.
I
It's
didn't
part of
know
the
that.
law. And thank goodness, because Kentucky, the entire state of Kentucky, is built on a limestone plateau. That's how they happen to have a lock on the whole bourbon making process.
Okay.
In addition to that, it has to be aged in fresh oak barrels that have been charred on the inside.
You know what you really like, Tampa?
Now, why do you think they have that charred on the inside element? All right, think about it. It's a fresh oak barrel. Nothing's ever been in it. Why do we have to char it? As most things do, this comes back from a historical situation, right? Back in the old days, when barrels weren't quite as plentiful, they would actually buy barrels. Barrels were like boxes, right? So they shipped stuff in barrels across the ocean. So the guys would go down to the docks and buy old barrels, and then they would put their whiskey in these old barrels. Well, the old barrel would have the flavor of whatever was in the barrel. In some cases, bodies were shipped in barrels, and your bourbon would taste like an old dead body, you know? So they decided, hey, why don't we burn the inside so we can burn out all those bad flavors, anything that could have been left in that barrel, right? So that's why that turned into a
Is that a true story? That's a real story?
That is a real story.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I believe it was a story.
Yuck.
All right, gross.
It's really funny. All right, so these guys said to themselves, well, we have a limestone mine in upstate New York. Why don't we make bourbon? So they filter the water up through their limestone mine, they bring it down to Brooklyn, and in an old chocolate factory, they have their barrels resting. Now what they do is they adjust the temperature of the barrels. The temperature, as it goes up, causes more of the woodsy flavor to go into the barrel, right? Or I'm sorry, into the alcohol. So the alcohol gets more of a woodsy flavor. So Scotch drinkers tend to like this one because it's got that woodsiness, the smokiness.
Oh, is Scotch
that a
more wood?
Scotch drinker
Scotch
likes.
is more woodsy and smoky?
Scotch is more woodsy and smoky because it's smoked over a peat moss kind of thing. So it gets a very smoky aspect to it.
Okay.
All right. So on this one, when we do the smell and all that, yeah, let's take a look.
That smells sweeter initially.
Excellent.
Yes, I do like that.
Get it in there.
That one I think I'm too far away.
Yeah, get closer.
Buy it up there, and then they send it up front. We buy it. They'll send it up front.
Okay.
There you go.
Now,
Good.
And what am I looking for? Buttercream toffee?
Yeah, buttercream toffee, but you're going to get a lot of the woodsiness.
That's good stuff. You like it?
This is my treat. I don't expect it. Make sure this is my treat.
That's better than that. But
That's better?
yeah, it's smoother, but it's a little more burny. Like I'm burning a little on my tongue, but yeah, I would say it's sweeter and smoother. Yeah, thicker.
Yeah. So you remember, Woodford Reserve, $30 a bottle. This one, $80, $90 a bottle, all right? And definitely this one is better than that,
Sure.
right? The next one you're thinking has got to be more expensive and it's got to be better. Well, not necessarily the case, okay? So the Michter's is actually only $54.95. But I think most people will agree that it is better than the Widow Jane.
Okay.
Now again, we want to remember that price is based on supply and demand,
Sure.
not necessarily that it
better or not
tastes better. Exactly. Like you'll have Pappy Van Winkle, which is fairly rare. So you'll find a Pappy Van Winkle that's been around for 23 years, and they'll go, oh, this is great. Mainly because there isn't any other of it, right? It may not taste as good, depending on your taste buds.
Sure.
All right. So, Michter's. Notice the date here, 1753. This predates the United States of America. This is actually the oldest distillery in the United States, all right? Think about what was going on in 1753. We were thinking about breaking away from Great Britain, right? So George Washington is walking around Mount Vernon thinking, those redcoats, man, they're getting on my nerves. Well, guess what? While he's thinking about that, he's drinking Michter's bourbon right here. This is the exact same recipe that he was drinking back in those days, all right? Now, when they put him in charge of the Continental Army, they said, okay, what do you think is going to get these guys motivated to fight the war? Bourbon rations, says George. So he gets all of Congress to agree to bourbon rations. Michter's is the one he chooses for the bourbon rations. Michter's is essentially the bourbon that built America.
There you go.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
As it turns out, it's not that far from the truth. I actually had a guy come to me from Valley Forge. He lives in Valley Forge. He said there is an official sign up there that says, on this spot, George Washington and his troops celebrated their victory with Michter's Bourbon.
There you go.
How about that? Huh? Unusual. All right, so on this one, we want to think to ourselves, what did George Washington find in this to like so much? And believe it or not, it's not as hard as it sounds.
Okay.
All right? Think about it. You have an army of people. You have to find something that appeals to everybody. So this has got to be super smooth because everybody's going to want to drink it, right? Now we're getting to the meat of the issue. All right, so let's go ahead and do our sight test and our
Very clear.
smell test and all that sort of thing.
Oh, it's sweet. It's even more sweeter. It's almost like molasses. It's kind of have like a little molasses smell.
So this one, the flavor is going to be vanilla, cinnamon, but on the finish, rye. And that rye is to kick you in the butt, get you out there to fight that war.
Because after drinking, you want to fight a war.
There you go.
Most people who are drunk do want to fight a war. Chew it. Chew it.
Okay.
Now, what did we think of the smoothness?
It's smooth but different.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty smooth, but it's not the same as that.
Right, right.
They're indifferent.
I think that they're kind of the same. I don't know if this is actually any better. Maybe I'm being less patriotic because of it, but
George Washington is frowning on you right now.
I know.
Sir. Don't make him come down here and do something to us, all
You're
right?
a bad American.
All right, so as
Okay.
we've worked our way down the line, we've blown out the price situation, we've blown out everything.
Which one do you like better out of these two?
I have this at home.
Yeah, that one at home.
I have this at home as well, but I drink this one more.
Do you have that at home? Or you're like,
I do
that's
not have that
swill.
one at home.
That's swill, right?
That's
You're
a
like,
waste.
no,
Yeah, that's
a waste.
but it's a starting point.
It's
You
a
want,
starting
yeah.
The idea is to start where, you know, and work your way up into the good stuff.
Okay.
Now you can get this on a plane, right?
Well, they always have that on airplanes. That's
All right,
the airplane
so
whiskey.
our last one is included, not because it's the best, but because it's the weirdest bourbon you will ever taste.
Oh, okay,
All right?
good.
Now, weird in that most bourbons have the vanilla, the cinnamon, the burnt orange. This one doesn't have any of those. No, this one has strawberries, cherries, and the finish, toasted marshmallow. What? Yeah, yeah. And remember, none of these are flavored.
Right,
They
right.
have flavored bourbon out there. This is not flavored.
Right,
This
this
is
is-
all part of the distillation process to reveal those flavors.
Okay.
It's very unusual. It's almost genius, really.
Okay.
The other aspect of this is that it comes out of Utah, and Utah is a dry state.
Right.
So
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
can you get bourbon in Utah?
Right.
Yeah. Park City is sort of ignored by the rest of Utah. Oh, we don't know anything about that city up there in the mountains. No, nothing about it at all. So these guys can do what they want up there, and luckily they've chosen to make some bourbon. Now, you remember the stone situation, limestone filtration, right? Out in Utah, it's sandstone. So they actually have to ship the water in from another state. They bring the water in.
Are you serious?
It's been
Like
filtered
where?
through the limestone.
Like how do they
from
ship
Tennessee.
it? Like in a truck?
It's just
Or
like water. Yeah, it's just water.
They just ship
They filter the water through the limestone, goes into the truck, they bring it out, they
That's-
pump it out.
That's crazy.
It's got to have that mineral essence of it. That what makes it bourbon. All right. So now on this one, we're going to take a look
Okay.
and see.
Because it's lighter
what
than
we
the
think.
others. Definitely
It's
lighter.
slightly lighter. I think it might be a 7-year as opposed to an 8-year.
Okay. Do you have this one at home or no?
This one I do not have at home. This one is really good though.
But you would have it. How much is this one?
This one is about 54, 55, something like that.
Okay. So, it's not your favorite though?
I'm gonna hold off on telling you that.
I can smell the caramel though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I saw that. I was thinking really hard of strawberries. You don't get. Maybe like a little. Maybe the marshmallow,
You don't get it?
not strawberries.
How about the cherries?
Not cherries, a little vanilla.
Some people get the licorice. That's a little odd though.
I had a little bit of marshmallow, a little bit of vanilla. Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
But I wouldn't say strawberries, and I was trying really hard because I really wanted that.
I mean,
I can taste like the marshmallow and cherry flavor to it.
What do you think about Blanton's as like a whiskey brand? Is that a good one or not so much?
Blanton's is all right. Yeah, it's about middle of the road. In fact, we're getting ready to, as soon as we use up the Woodfords, we're going to start serving Basil Hayden. Now, Basil Hayden is a Jim Beam product, but it's sweeter. Some people really like that. So Blanton's is a little bit along the lines of a Basil Hayden.
Oh, okay. So, my brother loves that one. That's when he always talks about it. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, if you go to him and do the chew with your new knowledge
Yes,
on that
exactly.
and then compare with what you've had here,
Yeah.
that would be the more interesting thing to me, for you to come back and tell me, well, I've done the chew and this is what I thought.
Yeah, with the Blanton's.
So maybe we should buy your brother one of these bottles.
No, I'm not buying him
That's
anything.
a great idea.
No, I'm not buying him anything. He buys me bad whiskey in life.
Scott, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So
It's been great.
problem.
Very, very, very good. Thank you.
Pleasure to see you guys.
Any scotch come up? Can you bring this up
Oh,
now?
the Scotch
No.
man.
All right.
I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm literally.
Okay.